For the Thursday, December 12th, episode of The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers photos show Remy getting in some good face time with Will and Electra. Electra's living the dream. She has a cool job at Forrester Creations, working alongside Ivy working on the jewelry line. And as if that's not great enough, she has a hottie boyfriend. And her old dear friend is living in Los Angeles too. Ah yes, life is good. Very, very good. What Electra doesn't realize is Remy may seem friendly and caring while standing there in the storage room, chatting it up with her and Will. He's not all he's cracked up to be. In fact, him becoming comfortable enough to track her down at work isn't a good look. It's a dangerous one. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Soap Spectrum. I am Emily here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. On the Thursday, December 12th episode of The Bold and the Beautiful, spoilers tease that Remy switches gears in his quest for Electra's attention. Does his new plan work? Meanwhile, Ridge continues to attack Hope, but now Brooke snaps. You won't want to miss a day full of tension and surprises at Forrester Creations. Remy put himself front and center for Electra by snagging a waiter job at Il Giardino. Electra was thrilled that her old friend was working at her favorite restaurant. However, Will wasn't so pleased. As Remy and Electra talked about their connection as friends from back home, Will got a weird vibe. Electra and Remy spoke about how they worked together at a movie theater and watched all the films over and over. It sounded innocent enough. Electra insisted that Remy was a great guy and that Will would think so once he got to know him. Will didn't seem that convinced. We haven't gotten to see much of Poppy on The Bold and the Beautiful since she was released from jail for murder and her psychotic daughter, Luna, locked up in her place. Bill just kind of dropped her and moved on, while Lai seemed to thaw a bit towards her. But it sounds like that's all about to change, and as Poppy comes roaring back, so too does Lee's animosity. And with it, finally, some answers. So far, we've been a bit hazy on why Lai has such a problem with her sister. Yes, there was Poppy's affair with a surgeon that forced Lai to switch jobs, and there was Lee's envy that her sister could have a child when she couldn't. Park herself pondered that the biggest reason for Lai's hatred stemmed from her jealousy, but it always seemed like there was more to the story than we ever knew. And now it looks like we'll finally learn what that is. Park joined supervising producer Casey Kasperdick on Bold Live this week, and they teased a bit about what's to come. Your sister has these big issues with you, Kasperdick noted, speaking to Park as her character, which we kind of know, but we kind of don't, which I think we may be getting into very soon. We're going to finally find out why Lai is so mean to you. Yes, Park agreed. Keep on watching because Poppy will also find out why Lai has always been so mean to her. It's coming up. We've been doing those scenes now, and working with Naomi is great. It's really good to reconnect with her, she continued, because it's been a while since we've had scenes together really, and we started off strong in the beginning. What they didn't spill, though, was what the big secret was that, it seems, may catch even Poppy by surprise. Does it have anything to do with Luna popping up again lately, or does it stem once more from one of Poppy's affairs? When a Bold Live caller mentioned wanting Ted King back for a Lai/Jack/Poppy triangle, Kasperdick just had one thing to say: keep watching. Now that's certainly got our attention. Is a romance coming up for Poppy and Jack that's going to dredge up whatever grudge Lai has been holding, or did one already happen? Regardless, Kasperdick and Park both agreed that the scenes they're shooting this week are going to be downright explosive. And he warned, 2025 is going to start off with a bang. Just buckle up. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers reveal that Bill Spencer may have delivered an ominous clue about what's to come. During Bill's recent visit to see Luna Nozawa in jail, he had an interesting response to Luna's insistence that they were so much alike. Although Bill acknowledged some similarities in the childhood struggles they had to overcome, He pointed out that he'd never taken a life. Of course, many B&B fans have been calling Bill out on social media, since Bill has come close to causing fatalities in multiple storylines over the years. Bill isn't some squeaky clean character and has made a long list of dangerous moves. That's why we have to consider the idea that maybe Bill's comment was a clue about what's coming up. Now that Bill has mentioned his non-fatal record, could B&B put him in a situation where he indeed ends up taking a life? We're not saying Bill's going to spiral out of control and become a monster, but he could show off his protective side and strike a fatal blow. That's especially true since Remy Price could pose a threat to Will Spencer's safety. Will has made himself Electra Forrester's main squeeze, so what if Remy ultimately tries to eliminate the competition? Remy may target Will and leave Bill in a situation where he has no choice but to save his son. It's also possible Will's going to land in some trouble as he tries to protect Electra from this creep. Will's efforts to save Electra from Remy could go horribly wrong, leaving Bill to ride in as a rescuer instead. Regardless, Bill might have to save the day, so that could ultimately lead to him wiping Remy off the map. Perhaps Bill will indeed take a life and have to live with the weight of that. Even if it's justified on Bill's end of things, causing someone's demise is a huge deal and could affect him more than he realizes. It might even give Luna another angle to work as she tries to pull Bill closer. Our predictions hint that Bill has some stunning story developments ahead, no matter what, so stay tuned for updates on all the wild news that's looming. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say Bill will remain full of surprises, so stay tuned. Where do you want to be for fantastic bold and the beautiful spoilers, predictions, news, and updates, so visit us often for more info. Darren Brooks and his wife, Kelly, decided to foster another puppy, and it looks like they may keep it. While the bold and the beautiful fans await word about whether or not Darren Brooks will return as Wyatt, they also have his new film, The Roaring Game, to look forward to along with a couple of other projects. He's been keeping in touch with fans, sharing tidbits about his life on social media. Recently, he and his wife shared a wonderful post in which they hoped to fail. On Instagram, Brooks and his wife, Kelly Kruger Brooks, shared a post in which they wrote, "Sue, who thinks we're gonna foster fail again? In the meantime, me is reindeer per Lisacchiarelli, rescue his brother Rudolph, is also available adopt Don Shop, dogs of Instagram, puppies of Instagram, rescue dogs of Instagram." Although the term foster fail seems negative, it's actually the opposite. It means that if you take an animal in as a foster pet and then adopt it instead of sending it off to the next family, that's considered a fail in the foster world. However, that's a good thing as the pet gets to live in a loving home permanently. The Brookses shared a fun video as they met their new foster pet. In the video, Kelly excitedly says "Foster Day" in a sing-songy voice. She asks their current dog if they're excited to have another little boy in their home. In the car, Kelly continues to enthuse that they're going to pick up a puppy, and Brooke states, "You're going to end up keeping this puppy," which she agrees will probably happen. They met with a woman in a parking lot who hands them a cute brown and black puppy, and the new parents try to decide if it should be named Coco. One family member, Adam Kruger, responded, "Yeah, he was never gonna be a foster, let's be honest. Welcome to the family, little man." The young and the restless Tracy Bregman lovingly replied, while many of the fans felt they would keep the cute Poochie. Kelly then responded with a little backstory about the couple's goals. "My mom and I used to dream about owning a farm one day, and our goal was to go around the country and save all the dogs in shelters. This is one small step in that direction, and the fans were thrilled at the notion." Eric admitted that he's still angry with Carter for ruining his marriage to Quinn. Eric still has Quinn on his mind. Recently, he brought up the time when Carter stole his ex-wife away from him on The Bold and the Beautiful. Eventually, Eric forgave Carter for the illicit affair. However, Eric's latest scenes suggest that Eric still isn't over his ex-wife. B&B viewers have been excited about the references to Quinn. Eric and Ridge got into a heated exchange with Carter. The father and son had no idea that Carter would ever stoop this low. They didn't see it coming. Carter was low-key planning this moment. He decided to take over Forrester Creations after they shot down his ideas. Eric realized that he shouldn't have trusted Carter after all. He brought up the time when Carter had an affair with his ex-wife Quinn. Eric and Quinn were having issues in the bedroom, even though their marriage seemed solid at the time. Quinn became attracted to Carter and couldn't resist him, leading to their affair. The soap opera took it to another level. Eric asked Carter to please his wife in the bedroom. He wanted his wife to be happy, but Carter couldn't agree because he was in love with Quinn. She eventually realized she was in love with Carter when she discovered Eric in bed with Donna. Quinn declared her love to Carter in the middle of his wedding to Paris, and the rest is soap opera history. The bold and the beautiful spoilers and updates reveal Carter Walton has successfully seized control of Forrester Creations, but the victory has not come without significant sacrifices. While he has Hope Logan supporting him, Steffy Forrester and Ridge Forrester remain skeptical, believing that Hope is merely leveraging Carter for her own purposes. The bold and the beautiful spoilers, Ridge Forrester and Steffy Forrester believe Carter's misled. Carter's choices have raised eyebrows for Ridge and Steffy, who believe he's heading for inevitable heartbreak. They believe he'll be hurt and ultimately lose everything. Even if his relationship with Hope enjoys a brief moment of happiness, many would argue that the drawbacks far outweigh any benefits, and he'll end up bereft. Once Ridge's closest friend and a reliable ally, Carter has shattered that bond completely, losing a best friend he had for years over Hope. While he also had connections with Steffy and Eric Forrester, they now see him as a betrayer and no longer trust him. Although Carter may have secured a temporary victory, it's clear that the show won't allow him to maintain control of Forrester Creations indefinitely. B&B spoilers. It's not Carter's family company. Carter doesn't have the authority to usurp control from Ridge and Steffy, especially since this isn't his family business. His reasons for taking such drastic measures seem rather weak. The fact that Hope's struggling line was discontinued hardly justifies his actions, nor does the rejection of his ambitious global conglomerate proposal. It appears that Carter has overstepped and rushed into a scheme that is likely to backfire. The narrative seems to be steering him toward a significant downfall, potentially leaving him powerless and with nothing to show for his efforts. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Lawrence St. Victor previously stated he wasn't leaving. If Carter and Hope's relationship doesn't endure, Carter will truly hit rock bottom. This plot twist has left many fans anxious about what lies ahead for Carter and whether his character can withstand such turmoil. Back in September, Lawrence St. Victor addressed the rumors of his departure from the show in the comments of one of his Instagram posts. While he reassured fans that he wasn't jumping ship to Beyond the Gates, a lot has transpired on screen since that time. Recently, Carter has experienced significant character turmoil, prompting viewers to once again worry about the potential for an exit storyline. B&B spoilers, written into a corner. Carter might find himself in a tight spot, potentially becoming a seldom-seen character, much like Liam Spencer has recently. However, there's also a chance that Carter could be steered in a new direction as things unfold. A redemption arc could be on the horizon if he manages to save a Forrester or performs an act that helps him regain some favor with the family. Regardless, Carter has faced significant backlash due to his past actions, and changes are definitely needed. Keep an eye out for updates regarding Carter's future. Spoilers indicate there are still some surprises and twists ahead, so we'll keep you posted with our predictions about what might happen. Be sure to catch up on everything happening with B&B right now. Come back here often for the bold and the beautiful spoilers, news, and updates.